Okay, so we are in episode 4 of Effect Audio series where we are exploring all the Effect Audio and Elysian products. We have already covered Elysian Pilgrim, Annihilator, and Do Cable Really Matter? By the way, check out, it had some interesting findings. And today we will have a look into their new series and light cables. By the way, if you're liking these series kind of reviews, just like we did for Tanchjim and now for Effect Audio, do let me know which other brands do you want me to cover in the similar pattern. Just FYI, FirAudio and Symphonium are in the books as well. So without any further ado, let's start with the review and we'll try to break down these cables into these categories. Starting with the brief about the cable and the audience that it caters to. So we have 4 cables: Aries X Cadmus Series 2, Cadmus Series 2, Aries Light and Cadmus Light. So let's understand the material that is used and the build quality of these cables. Both Aries X Cadmus and Cadmus Series 2 are 8-wire cables with 26 AWG, whereas both Aries Light and Cadmus Light are 24 AWG with 4-wire cables. Insulation and connector is same in both Series 2 as well as Light. Only difference is with Series 2 you get the Connex connector capability, however with Light you do not have that capability. The connector is fixed. If you get for 2-pin or MMCX, whichever you get, that will be fixed. And in Series 2 you can change according to your reference if you want 2-pin, MMCX or Pentagon. Series 2 retails about $269 and the Lite series is the most affordable EA product yet. That is around $129, not counting the Connex connectors. In all the cables, the material used is UP OCC, so no compromises in the material. Build-wise, all the cables are built very nicely. However, Series 2 is slightly thicker because of the higher wire count in comparison to the Light cables that has 4 wires. All of the cables feel very nice to touch. They behave very well. None of them coil or tangle and no microphonics at all. The connectors used are rhodium plated brass. One good thing about rhodium plated connectors I found was they are very smooth to use. When you connect them with any DAC, they are very smooth in and out. Small thing but worth a mention when you're talking about premium products. Y-split, chain slider, all are designed minimally, aesthetically and are very premium. Here are the weight of the cables. None gave me discomfort in any way. In fact, Series 2 feels much more premium and behaves better in comparison to Series 1 of the Effect Audio cables. Series 1 audio cables were again very premium. However, they were a bit thicker in comparison to Series 1 and the insulation jacket that was used was not as smooth. So they didn't behave as well as Series 2. One quirk I have is I like to match the cables with my IEMs in terms of color or contrast, just make them aesthetically pleasing. The color provided in EA cables are again very nice. Copper, grey and black, and they go really well with almost all the IEMs unless you have some really different looking IEM. For example, I generally go with Aries X Cadmus with my Monarch Mark II and at the same time Cadmus with IE900. It just makes them visually more appealing. For sound and pairing, my suggestion is demo first because the sound change is not as perceptive as we think. While cables can definitely make change, it's not that big of a change and most of the time it's not perceptible. Though still, if you want to buy without demo, I would say go with AXC or Cadmus in case the IM is not inherently bright. However, if you go with something where the IM is inherently bright, it gives that sense of clarity even more and creates a very good transience in that. You might ask, how much is that noticeable? Well, 70 to 80% of the time in the real-time usage, you are not going to even think about it. In that rest 20 to 30% where you're doing focus listening, you might or might not perceive that. Where apart from sound, where I can totally vouch for these cables is their value, durability and longevity of any Effect Audio cable. Since I have so many of them, I can surely say they will last longer than you think. In all the years, there's only one cable that I had to repair. Apart from that, I never had any issue with Effect Audio. So I would simply say, if you are in need of a premium cable for your top of the line IEM, check out Series 2 of Effect Audio with AXE or Cadmus. By the way, I do not have Series 2 of Aries. If you want something warmer or copper, I would say go with Aries Series 2. And if you need pure silver, you have Cadmus Series 2. And if you're new to cables and you do not want to spend too much into the cables, you can start with Cadmus or Aries Lite Series. It's the most affordable EA series yet, and at the same time it is going to give you same level of premiumness as compared to the Series 2 8-wire cables. It is more like an affordable version of the 4-wire that used to come previously. Just remove that Connex capability out of that, and that's exactly what Lite Series is. So in simple, Effect Audio Series Lite is basically the Volkswagen Golf of cables, and at the same time, if you want to experience the Audi, you go for Cadmus or AXE. Well, this was it for cable videos in this series. I will continue to add IEMs in this series as and when I was able to procure them. While Effect Audio makes a lot of cables, however, I do not think a lot of cable reviews make sense. So this would be it for the cable review, at least for this series. I will see you in the next episodes with IEMs very soon.